The 1-1. High fly ball. Center field tagging Volpe. The catch is made. Here comes Volpe. Here's the throw. Here's the play. He's safe. Yankees win. A sac fly by Judge. Yankees win 6-5.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Will Leach. Today is Friday, July 11th, and it's my job to tell you everything you need to know about baseball today, and to do it in under 10 minutes.
Wu steps into the 1-2 to Bellinger. Swung on line, drive center field. Julio is over. He is there. He makes the catch. That's the final out of the 7th inning. Bryan Wu has retired 20 in a row, hanging zeros against the New York Yankees.
Listen to how excited everybody sounds right there. That was because Bryan Wu, who was just named to his first All-Star game, was this close to an even bigger achievement. He was 2 innings away from a no-hitter at Yankee Stadium, no less. The Mariners were up 5-0. Wu was dominant. This was shaping up to be an incredible night in Mariners history. And within an hour, it had all fallen apart. Jazz Chisholm Jr. got the first hit off Wu in the 8th. Giancarlo Stanton hit a pinch hit 2-run homer to bring the Yankees closer. And then, in the bottom of the 9th, with 2 outs, the bases loaded, and the Mariners up 5-3, Austin Wells did this.
Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. That's going to tie the game. The Yankees have come all the way back. It's 5-5 on the big 2-run single by Austin Wells.
In the bottom of the 10th, Aaron Judge, you've heard of him, came to the plate with the bases loaded, 1 out, and the game tied, which, if you're Mariners reliever Gabe Spire, is not a fun position to find yourself in. Judge hit a walk-off sac fly with a terrific Anthony Volpe slide scoring the winning run, and the Yankees finished off a 3-game sweep of the M's with a 6-5 victory. From a no-hitter and a 5-0 lead to a 6-5 loss like that. Yikes. Sorry, Mariners. The Red Sox, well, they're having some fun again. On Thursday, they came into the first game of their 4-game set at Fenway Park against those division rival Rays, having won 6 in a row thanks to some scorching hot bats. If they were to score 4 runs on Thursday, they'd become the first Red Sox team to score 100 runs over a 12-game stretch since the Big Papi Manny Red Sox back in August 2005. But for the first 6 innings, they had just 2 hits with 1 run. With the Rays leading 3-1, the Red Sox remembered that their bats were a scorching. A Marcelo Meyer double got the Red Sox within 1 run, and then the red-hot Cedar Rafaela came up, and he did this.
The righty's 1-2. And a line right base hit center field. Romy scores. Marcelo trying to score. The throw home. He's in. And the Red Sox lead 4-3.
The Red Sox would hang on to that lead and score their 4 runs, end up winning 4-3, which math informs me is their 7th win in a row. The win, thanks to that Mariners loss, lifts the Red Sox into the final wildcard spot in the AL. So hey, thanks Yankees. After the break, there's a draft Sunday. It's a baseball draft. I probably wouldn't mention it if it was another sports draft. This coming up is the final weekend before the All-Star break, which means there's all sorts of activity happening in Atlanta before the big leaguers all show up. On Saturday, we have the Futures Game, which will feature some of the best young prospects in all of baseball, as well as the Celebrity Game, which does not feature some of the best young prospects in all of baseball. But the big event comes Sunday, the MLB Draft, in which you will be introduced to a whole bunch of people who, in a few years, will be names that you will know for the rest of your life. The Washington Nationals have the first overall pick for the first time since they picked Bryce Harper back in 2010. They'll be followed by the Angels, the Mariners, the Rockies, and the Cardinals, and then, of course, all of the other teams. What's this draft looking like? Here's MLB Pipeline's Jim Callis.
There are a couple areas of strength that really stand out. One is high school shortstops. You can see 6 of the top 12 and 15 picks be high school shortstops. including the number 1 overall pick could be Ethan Holiday out of Stillwater. And then the college pitching group is pretty good too, especially with lefties. Cade Anderson from LSU, who was just the MVP of the College World Series. He could be the number 1 overall pick. William Doyle from Tennessee, who led the NCAA in strikeout rate. He might go 2.
You can watch the first 3 rounds of the draft on MLB Network, MLB.com, and ESPN, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. Here's some other All-Star Week news for you from Thursday. They finalized the field for the Home Run Derby. Ronald Acuna Jr., Cal Raleigh, James Wood, Byron Buxton, O'Neal Cruz, Junior Caminero, Brant Rooker, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Heading into Thursday, Pete Crow-Armstrong was kind of in a little bit of a slump. He was 2 for his last 17 over his last 4 games. In the first 2 games of the Cubs series against the Twins, he was 0 for 8, both losses. So he was so bummed out about this pseudo slump that he just rolled over in the dugout and cried, right? No, that is not what Pete Crow-Armstrong did.
This is drilled center field. Bader back some more, near the wall, jumps and it's gone.
And the pitch to Pete, swung on, hit in the air, right field and deep. It's got a chance. Gone. His second homer of the day. And listen to these Cub fans here at Target Field.
Crow-Armstrong smashed 2 homers, his 5th 2-homer game of the year, the first Cubs player to have that many since Derek Lee in 2005, as the Cubs salvaged the 3rd game of their series with an 8-1 victory. With the 2 homers, Crow-Armstrong became the 4th quickest player in MLB history to reach the 25-homer, 25-steal mark. He also still leads National League in WAR. There are so many Cubs fans at Target Field that there were audible PCA chants throughout the game. The Orioles may have signaled that they're going to be sellers rather than buyers, or holders anyway, at the trade deadline Thursday, sending Brian Baker, one of their best relievers, to the Rays for a competitive balanced round A draft pick. That's not a person's name. That actually is the 37th overall pick in Sunday's draft. Orioles general manager Mike Elias called it, quote, a step in the direction of looking toward 2026 and the future. One part of the future he didn't know when he said that. The Orioles were about to sweep a doubleheader over the Mets. Gunnar Henderson hit his 11th homer in the first game, and Jordan Westburg hit his 10th in the second. By the way, you know that highlight earlier of Rafaela's hit from earlier? He hit that off the very same Brian Baker. So, welcome to Florida, Brian. Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado both hit their 16th homers of the season. What are those two, having a race or something? As the Padres beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Walk-off alert!
Tyler Soderstrom 2 for 4. Soderstrom out into center field. Here comes Brent Rooker, and Soderstrom has won the game for the A's. Another walk-off win here in West Sacramento.
Tyler Soderstrom sure enjoyed himself Thursday night, going 3 for 5 with a homer and 4 RBIs, including that walk-off single in the 11th as the A's beat the Braves 5-4. Braves fell to 16-30 on the season on the road. That's the 4th worst road record in baseball. Marcus Semien went 4 for 5 and scored 3 times, and Patrick Corbin got his 6th win, equaling his total in all of last season in half the starts as the Rangers gave the Angels the business 11-3. After giving up 6 home runs in his last start, the Cardinals' Miles Mikolas was much better on Thursday against the Nationals, though I guess he'd kind of have to be. He tossed 5 2/3 scoreless innings, giving up just 2 hits in the Cardinals' 8-1 win. Nick Lodolo threw 6 scoreless innings and Spencer Steer homered as the Reds blanked the Marlins 6-zip. All right, let's wrap up the whip around with the Guardians and White Sox game, which, now that I check MLB Game Day, seems to be taking forever. Oh, wait, okay, I see. It got rained out. That makes more sense. They'll make it up with a split doubleheader on Friday. That's all for today's Morning Lineup Podcast. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to give us a rating and review and tell everyone you know about this podcast. I, Will Leach, will be back with you on Monday morning, which is to say I am not leaving this spot for the next 72 hours. If anything big happens in the outside world during that time, give me a holler, would you? I don't know, unless it's bad. If it's bad, actually, I don't want to know. Anyway, have a great weekend.